Hey everyone, this is Dalton Rowan. I'd like to welcome you to the very first session, the very first week of Throwers Tip Thursday. Now we're just going to jump right into things. I have written notes, my personal taking on everything that I'm going to be talking about. It's expanded notes. Again, everything that I'm telling you is stuff that I've learned from Coach De La Garza, my coach here at A&M. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it, starting with number one. What we're going to be talking about with technique is the technical concept of the day, the kick out of the back, and then right after that we're going to talk about the drill for the day, which is a drill I've made up. It's called the kicking drill, obviously, kick out of the back. It's part one, part two is South African first part, and the full spin, the second part. Then we're going to go into number three, what we're going to be talking about, a simple workout guide. And then number four, some advice on how to hold the discus. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that right away. Now keep in mind, remember I have all these written notes, typed notes, in the description of this video. So go ahead if you need to, if you want to read it out after the video, go ahead. It's an extended version of what I'm going to be telling you. It may be easier for you to understand if you're reading it. Get some time to think about it in between all of my talking. So here we go. Here's the first concept of the day, followed by the drill. Okay guys, I'm going to slow down this throw and show you a full throw real fast, and then we'll get into it. Okay, now instead of focusing on what you shouldn't do, I'm going to focus on what you should do. It's a lot easier. If you want me to explain to you in a different video why you can't do it differently, I'm not saying you can't do it differently. I'm just saying that this is the way I've been taught by Coach De La Garza. It is what works. It makes the most sense. It works for me. It feels better. So basically, the concept is you want to kick wide, keep the discus wide, and whenever you get to the front, you're going to do that momentum that just went this way. It rotates, and it's going to go that way on the finish. So keep everything wide out here, so that way you can have the discus wide. You don't want to keep it wide here and then come right here and then expect to keep it wide again. It's just a very bad orbit for you. You want to keep it level, simple, smooth, wide. Okay? So what we're going to do, as soon as our body weight shifts over to the left, we're going to keep that left arm and that left shoulder closed. And we're going to, as soon as we pick up that right leg, we're going to kick out to the left side. We're staying over our left, kick it wide. See how it went, the path, it went straight over here. Balance over that left, kick it wide. And notice right here, between this frame and this frame is whenever I'm really starting to, you see me starting to come up here. It's about to start getting off the left foot. You really want to start thinking about getting off the left foot at this point, because there is a slight delay. You're not going to get off right away. It's going to, see, I'm thinking about getting off here, and I'm really coming off the left foot just before my right leg crosses that plane. You want to do that because if you come over too late, say I'm still on the right now, I'm going to end up a little bit further, and the longer I wait, the further I'm going to end up in the ring, and that's not where you want to be. You want to end up in the middle here, so you can kick, so you can keep that that orbit wide. Okay, so remember, get off early, so that way that right foot can land, and won't have too much time before this left foot can have to come down. You'll land level. You'll be able to keep that discus back, and better yet, you'll be able to power that right through that continued momentum, through that rotational throw. You'll be able to keep it wide and power through it, as shown right here. You see, I'm able to keep it wide. I'm blocking with that left arm. It's easy. It's very, very simple. Not have to try as hard. Here again is a slow throw. Nice and easy. Here comes the drill. Okay, here's the front view of the throw. This is the second drill, beginning of the second drill. We'll get to that in a second. Remember, this is the back of the ring. This is the front of the ring. Now we're going to imagine ourselves doing this. I'm sorry you can't really see my feet, but you'll have to get over it. So you notice my upper body, I don't start shifting right away too hurriedly. I wait for my right. As soon as that right foot, you can kind of tell my right foot's coming up right now. I kick it out to well, now it's my right, but out to the left of the ring. Okay, and as soon as that right leg's coming and it starts to move past my body, I start to get off right about now. Because I'm kicking it out wide, and it's because this is still my pivot point, it's coming in towards the middle of the ring. I'm able to get off. It's going to rotate because of the momentum bringing with it. I'm able to keep the arm back, land even, very easy. Again, and then we'll go from the full throw. Not shifting my body weight too early into the ring. As soon as I shift my body weight, I am bringing my right. My right's coming up, and right away it is coming towards the middle of the ring, kicking out to the side. Come off right away as soon as it passes my my body, before it crosses this plane, remember. Okay? I'm getting off now right before it crosses that plane. Lands easy. Alright, next side of the drill. There's the exact same thing as the first one, just a little bit of a twist. You're starting from the full throw. Notice I'm shifting my weight over to my left. And when I do, I bring that right foot. I'm not waiting for it. I'm kicking it right away over to the left. As soon as it passes me, it's going to start shifting towards over the ring because over to the middle of the ring because of the orbit. Getting off early before it crosses that plane. Really easy setup. Barely trying. Notice my upper body is not doing hardly anything at all. It's all lower body. Very simple, very easy. Here it is, real-time speed. And then I'm going to do it again in slow motion. I'm going to break it down one more time, and then we're going to cut it off, and that'll be it. Alright, shift the body over to the left, kick out wide, get off before it crosses that plane. Nice and easy setup, arm back, over the right. Boom. Done. Okay, now that we've got all that settled, hope that helps you out. Again, if you have any questions, you want me to describe some stuff a little bit deeper in detail, please message me. I'll add it into next week's session. I'll go ahead and describe it again. Make sure I pay more attention to detail and make sure you guys understand everything I'm trying to tell you. So we're going to go and move on to the workout. So on your workouts every week, you want to throw every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day. Make sure you lift weights Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then you have a agility session on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the warm-up right now. You're going to make sure to jog at least 1 or 2 laps around the inside of the track, around the grass. It's easy on your knees. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Stretch a little bit afterwards. Make sure you're loosening up all those tight areas, your quads, your glutes. Make sure that your arms are all ready to throw. Hurdle drills are really helpful when it comes to speed with your legs, agility, just overall quickness. They help out a lot. Sprint drills, make sure you do butt kicks, high knees, crossovers. People call them karaoke sometimes. And then going to go into your throwing session. I never throw more than about 2 hours. About the shortest is probably about 45 minutes to an hour. On your workouts on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, make sure you focus on the back, the chest, the hamstrings and quads, and then last your core. I know you're throwers, you don't want to do the core, but your core is everything. You want to make sure you work that out as much as everything else. Okay, for your agility drills, they should all be quick. Only use your own body weight. You can use a weight vest, but make sure you get more comfortable with it. Your balance and all that. Make sure that it's very quick. Give you roughly 10 to 15 sprints. Make sure they're 15 to 20 meters in distance. You know, real short. Make sure you're going as fast as you can. It's nothing to slack around. You can do box jumps, low box jumps, high box jumps. Make sure you put some diversity in what you do with agility. Don't focus on just one muscle group. You want good general body fitness. Make sure you stretch afterwards. That way you can make sure your quads, back, chest, and arms are all stretched out. And before you get in the ice tub, you should get in the cold tub every day after practice. Prevents injuries and makes you feel good the next day, especially after a weight workout. I know I get in every single day, at least up to my belly button. It makes sure you get the lower back. now that we've gotten that taken care of, we're going to move forward to how to hold the discus properly. I apologize in advance. It's on a piece of paper. I don't have a discus with me today. It's in the garage in the track. So it's on a piece of paper. It's crude, but it'll work. It gets to the point across. Hope it helps. I don't need an actual discus to show you the main point of what I'm trying to say. So you see the middle of the discus. Yes, it's a 2 kilo. It's a girl size 2 kilo. You need to have your finger and your arm straight with the middle point. Just try to make sure. I know that a lot of people have their first 2 fingers really close together and then their last 2 a little bit more spread apart. But basically the concept of this is whenever you release it, it needs to come off the index finger. And whenever you're throwing it, the main point at which the weight is going to come off is right here. So if your middle finger is kind of in the middle of that, that's why the index finger is never going to come off the right way. It's always going to come off the middle finger. So you need to make sure that the weight is distributed on these 2 fingers. I use it like this. They're not touching, but they're really close together, and then the last 2 are separate. Alright, well that pretty much wraps things up for this week. I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time about what we're going to go over next week. So first of all, we're going to go over concept of staying tall through the throw. A little bit about that. We're going to have a little drill that we can do with a rubber ball. We can throw against the net and against the wall, and we can also use the rubber discus against the net also. Really get you to focus on and pay attention to where you're at in the ring, get you to be more aware of yourself in the space. We're going to go over a few things you can do for mobility drills, hurdle stuff, agility, stuff like that. Then we're going to wrap things up with a little bit of advice about nutrition. And be sure to email me or message me if you have any issues. Message me on Facebook, Twitter, or message me on YouTube if you have any questions, comments, concerns, success stories. Love to hear about that kind of stuff. Alright, well that wraps things up for this week. This is Dalton Rowan on Throwers Tip Thursday. See you next time. Good luck and throw far.